Hello my fellow healers, today we are diving into Sorcerer Tank Healer build, designed specifically for Veteran Asylum Sanctorum Hardmode, and it's suitable for both sweaty double mini skip runs as well as progression runs, as it can be adjusted for both. It provides good survivability, all necessary buffs and debuffs expected from the front kiter, and it is of moderate difficulty. It is easier to use in my opinion than traditional Templar Tank Healer build with double staves. We will be utilizing Stamina Sorcerer Bow build here, with Thief Mundus and all points in stamina, and Dark Elf would be optimal choice, but you can go ahead and retrofit your Breton or Altmer Sorcerer Healer for this as well. Now let's look at the build. For gear, we have two options. Option number one would be Zen Redress on the front bar, Martial Knowledge on the body, Master Bow on the back bar, one piece of Slime Crow in medium, Monster Helm, and Velothi or Mage Amulet Mythic. For the option number two, we have Martial Knowledge on the front bar, Zen Redress on the back bar, Archdruid Daverick Master Helm in medium, and one piece of Trainee in medium on the body, and Velothi or Mage Amulet as your mythic. For the skills, we have front bar with bound armaments for extra damage, Scouting Room from Mage's Guild as Zendat, Lightweight Beast Trap from Fighter's Guild as Zendat, and it procs Fighter's Guild weapon and spell damage passive, Crystal Weapon as a valuable penetration debuff for the team, Camouflaged Hunter procs Fighter's Guild's passive as well, it gives you minor berserk at the start of the fight, and crits. For the progression runs, put Hurricane or Boundless Storm here because those will provide you with resolve and mobility, so you will survive better. On the back bar we have Endless Hail to proc weapon enchantments and do damage, Poison Injection as Zen-Dot and it's boosted by Master's Bow, Tractors Entropy from Mage's Guild works as a Zen-Dot and heals you, Soul Trap also a Zen-Dot, and Regenerative Ward that will keep you alive throughout the fight. For ultimate, we're using Charge Storm Atronach to provide major berserk and Concussed for the group. For enchantments and traits, armor will be all divines. You will use max stamina on all pieces if you score pushing, or you will substitute some or all of the large pieces with prismatic defense for fun runs and progressions. Weapons will be infused with weapon damage on your back bar, precise, flame or poison on the front bar. You can use charged on the front bar if you're still learning to maintain your dots, and therefore poisoned and burning will cover gaps in your dot downtime. For the jewelry, we have all three pieces in infused increased weapon damage. Infuse works better here because you are made for the second part of the fight, and that maim sort of negates benefit of Bloodthirsty, plus Sorc has front-loaded damage due to Sorc class passive, so Infuse works well. For the consumables, as a food we will use Dubious Camorantron for additional stamina recovery. For potions, we're using either Ultimate Potion with Magic and Stamina Recovery if we are sweating, or Health Potion with Magic and Stamina Recovery if we are using it for fun runs and progressions. For blue CP, we are using Wrathful Strikes, Deadly Aim, Thaumaturge, and Fighting Finesse. For red CP, Celerity, Boundless Vitality, Fortified, Spirit Mastery. For your rotation, focus on using Crystal Weapon as a semi-spammable every third skill before 50% because your stamina sustain is good up until then, and switch to using it every fourth skill after 50% of Olm's health because at that point mechanics start add up and you run out of the stam. Save your bound armaments proc for when Olms is vulnerable, so if he's protected, do not use it, and use it as soon as he becomes vulnerable. Point your camera slightly upwards, higher than you usually do, and tap target Olms to land light attacks more consistently and therefore have better uptimes on Martial Knowledge and Zen. During Olms jumps at 15-25%, you could potentially get Felms jumps at the same time, and in that case use 2, 3, or even 4 sometimes regenerative wards to stay alive through that phase. Archdruid Daverick does not proc during vulnerability phases, even if you're heavy attacking at that point. So you are safe to whiff semi-heavy attacks when you're expecting Protector to go down, and next heavy attack after Olms is vulnerable will automatically proc Archdruid. Do not proc Archdruid at the end of the vulnerability phase because you want to save it for the next phase. If at all possible, Outrage Lotus Poison Cones because it will help OT tremendously with stacking and overall dealing with Lotus mechanics. If you have an experienced tank who is able to kite first 2 charges, you could spend first half of the fight in group. That way you will grab some uptimes from group healer and some slayer and do more damage, and plus your Camo Hunter will proc minor berserk. If your tank is not as experienced, obviously not everybody is capable to do that, you will just kite it per usual. If there is another sorcerer in group, stagger your Atronach ultimates, let them use their Atronach at the start, and then use yours after first set of Olms jumps. That way, if you cast Atranax on cooldown afterwards, you will have nice staggered uptime on Major Berserk. Drop your Atranax at the Olm's tail so that DDs can grab Berserker synergy much easier. And a bonus tip, if you are on PC, make a preset with wizards to have Streak on your bar to charge towards the door faster and open it faster and save some time for your score push. I hope that this video inspires you to try more difficult content than other Elder Scrolls Online. To access this or other builds that I have, please join my Discord, I post them all there in high resolution. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below if you have any kind of useful tips for fast tank healing. And I wish you best of luck in your Time Real Trial adventures.